Hey everyone, it's Robert Fisher with Keller Williams Realty here in the Austin Round Rock area. Thank you for joining our video series again. This month I really wanted to talk to you guys about the local real estate market. I've had a lot of people come to me and say, hey Robert, what's going on with the local real estate economy? Because I'm kind of worried. And what I always try to tell to them is that when you look at what's going on in the nation, you really can't say that's what's going on locally. I mean, we want to know what's going on. We want to be smart. But looking at the local real estate market is like looking at the local weather. It's different in all different parts of the nation. And one thing that I really want you to walk away from is Austin, the Austin Round Rock surrounding areas is the best place in the nation when it comes to real estate. So there's tons of opportunity. Let me break down 3 points that I think are important and then kind of show you some numbers, and that will wrap it up. But one of the articles that I sent you, I think last month, talked about 39.2% of all the jobs created in the nation last year were created in Texas. That's about 40% of all the jobs created in the nation were created here in our state. So that's important to know. When you break that down, what that means to us, one of the local, second point is one of the local real estate articles that came out was talking about there's 170 people moving here per day, moving to the Austin area per day. So obviously there's employment opportunity, there's growth opportunity, this is the place people want to be. It's very incredible to be where we're at. I feel very blessed to be here as well. To tag onto that, which I don't think is being played up enough in my opinion, that there's a new Formula One racetrack that's coming here to the Austin area. And even if you don't know anything about Formula One racetrack or care, one thing that's really important to know is that this is like having the Super Bowl in your city 10 years in a row. And, you know, before all this was going on, I didn't know much about Formula One, but Formula One is I think the number 2 most watched sporting event in the entire world. So all eyes are going to be on Austin and learn about Austin and what's going on. So we're on the world map now. And it'll be ready in the middle of 2012, so be ready for that. The latest numbers that came out on July, so let's break down the real estate numbers. One number I thought was very important. When you looked at July 2010 to July 2011, there was a 32% increase from homes sold this year in that month versus last year. To me, that's tremendous, and that shows a lot of activity, and people are starting to really see the value. The median home price actually did drop a little bit, but to me that's healthy because what that shows is instead of people buying, say for example, $300,000 homes, maybe they're buying $250,000 homes. The median home price now is just over $196,000 in the Austin surrounding area. So to leave off, just know that our area is doing awesome. We haven't seen the huge appreciations like the other areas have. We generally go from 2 to 6% appreciation when things are going up, so it keeps us very stable. We are a very stable area. Now there are some pocket neighborhoods where people have, are maybe losing a little bit of money if they're selling their house, but they're still selling if they're doing the right things to it, and we'll talk about that in another video. If you're on the fence, like if you're on the fence in terms of buying a house, you have a stable job and all that, it's definitely now is the time. Historic low interest rates. I had someone that locked in at a 3.25% interest rate. It's just amazing. And if you're thinking about selling, it's a great time as well. If you're thinking about selling and then moving up to a larger or more expensive home, relatively speaking, it is an absolutely beautiful time to do that. I had one client that, because they bought a new home in a certain area, there's no appreciation yet, they were going to have to bring about $6,000 to the closing table. So, but once they ran all the numbers, they realized that they'll bring that much money to the table. If they buy now versus a year from now, in their opinion, they were going to save probably about $6,000 a month on their interest rate, or sorry, $6,000 a year on their interest rate if it were to go up this percentage. Plus, they were buying the home that they wanted that 3 years ago probably would have cost them $20,000 more. So when you look at the whole financial picture, it just makes sense. So you always have to do what's right for your family. You got to kind of weigh the options and where you are and security and all that kind of stuff. And we're always here to provide an honest opinion. If you have any questions, please let me know. Again, my name is Robert Fisher with Keller Williams Realty, Real Estate with a Servant's Heart.